Outer Ref Level 25. Lesson 5. Definition 4. Part 1. Definition 4. A statement plus some of the 17 tenses. Example of Definition 4. Are you a student? I'm a student. I'm studying marketing at the Open University in Ho Chi Minh City. I will get my BA in Business Administration next year. Besides, I've been learning Japanese for 3 months. When I was living in Kamau, I met a Japanese engineer. He was very nice. He told me that he would come back to Vietnam and set up a company. He said he would hire me to work for his company. He has gone back to Japan, but he'll return here next December. By the time he comes back, I will have been able to speak Japanese. Part 4. Personal interview list. A. The past simple and the past continuous. 1. Did you learn French when you were in high school? 2. Did you visit your uncle last year while you were in Saigon? 3. During the time you were in the Army, did you ever go home? 4. When you were studying English at Outer Space Language School, did you meet that teacher? 5. Did you ever meet my brother? 6. Were you born during the time your father was working for IBM? 7. Were you married while you were teaching mathematics in high school? B. The past simple and the past perfect. 1. Had you known Russian before you started to learn French? 2. Had you met your uncle before you went to see him last year? 3. Where had you been before you joined the Army? 4. What did your father do after he had worked for IBM for 5 years? 5. Had you been married before you taught mathematics in high school? 6. How long had you learned English before you went to Outer Space Language School? C. The past simple and the past perfect continuous. 1. How long had you been working for IBM before they decided to hire you permanently? 2. How long had you been learning French before you started learning English? 3. How long had you been living with your first wife before you divorced her? 4. Why did you wait until 1994 to get divorced, even after you two had been living apart for 2 years? D. The past simple and the future in the past or past future. 1. When were you studying in the elementary school? 2. Did you ever think that you would go to medical school? 3. While you were a child, did you ever dream that you would become an English teacher? 4. As you were a child, did you ever hope that you would go abroad to study? 5. When you were working for IBM, did you ever believe that you would quit working there? E. Questions with the future simple tense, will plus verb or to be going to plus verb. 1. When are you going to graduate from the university? 2. When are you going to finish high school? 3. When will you start working? 4. When will you finish your marketing course? 5. Will you work for IBM like your father? 6. When are you going back to the USA? 7. Are you coming back here after June? 8. When are you going to get married? 9. How much longer will you stay here? 10. What will you do in 2026? F. The future simple and the future continuous. Remember not to use the future tenses after conjunctions, while, when, after, before, as, once, during the time. 1. Once you come back, will you attend my birthday party? 2. While our parents are playing chess tomorrow, what will we do? 3. What are we going to do? 4. What will you be doing tomorrow when I take the examination? 5. Will you be watching TV? 6. Will you be studying your lessons? 7. Will you be reading books? 8. Will you be sleeping? G. The future simple and the future perfect or future perfect continuous. Conjunctions. By the time. When. After. Before. Until. Till. Or preposition by plus object. 1. By the time Christmas comes, what will you have done? 2. Will you have graduated from the university? 3. Will you have gotten married? 4. Will you have left Vietnam? Or will you still be attending the University of Economics? 5. Before next year, what will you have completed? 6. Will you have finished writing your second book? 7. Will you have started writing your third book? 8. Will you have published your poems? 9. Will you have completed your English course at Outer Space Language School by the time I come back from USA next summer? 10. Will your boyfriend have passed the proficiency examination by this time next year? 11. By the time I see you again in September, how long will you have been studying English at Outer Space Language School? 12. By the end of the year, how much money will you have saved up? 13. How many countries will you have been to? 14. How long will you have been married?